Hey there. For this assignment, this is your first discussion board post where you're really talking to each other. So I wanted to make sure I explain this one. In this class, you're going to be sharing a lot of your thoughts and feelings with each other. Makes sense, right? For this kind of a class. So for this one, I want you to share some basic information about yourself, but I want you to do it in video form. So first, let's talk about how you're going to do that. There's some instructions right here. If you're like, I don't know how to record in Canvas on a discussion board. But basically, you come down here, you hit the reply button, and when it pops this up, you come over here and you hit this little guy with the video and the music note, and you say upload or record media. When you hit that record, it'll give you the option to actually just record something directly into Canvas. Other options for this, you could just record something with your phone and upload it directly to Canvas, or you could record something with your phone, upload it to YouTube, and post to Canvas from YouTube, like a link, like I do with these videos. Lots of options for getting yourself a video in here, but do make sure you make this a video. I want you guys to see each other. Since this class is remote, but it is a communications course, you're not going to be giving any speeches exactly, but you will be doing things like this. I want you to be communicating with each other. You don't need to make this perfect. You can mess up as much as you want. Please don't restart it over and over again to make it perfect. I'd like you all to see each other as realistic in this class, right? This isn't a speech class, so your presentations in these videos, you're not going to be graded on how perfect they are. And I don't want you to be judging each other on that anyway. So let's jump into what your video for this assignment could look like. So let's look at the directions. So first off, some basic information about you. So I have a self-introduction you might have already read earlier in this module, but if I was to make a video answering this, I would start off and say, what's my name and my preferred go by pronunciation? So my name is Steve Cave. It's pronounced like Steve Cave, like a hole in a mountain. What degree program am I working on? I would say, if I was in college still, that I was working on my degree towards English and communications, because that's what I do now. Briefly review the following, and then I would say go read that and make sure that you understand how AI should be used in this class and all that stuff. And in this video, I want you to talk about this, right? How studying these skills might help you in your life and in your job. For me, I think studying interpersonal communications will help with any job. Literally any job. You could be a welder where you don't even really talk to people, but you're going to have to talk to somebody, and you're going to have to report to somebody. You're going to have to interact with people in some way, even if it's purely through writing. There's people you have to deal with. And our country, America, is very multicultural, probably one of the most in the world, probably one of the most it's ever been. Because of that, we need classes like interpersonal communications in order to get along with each other. This is how it works. So anyway, I'll let you think about that. And then this last one, something interesting about you, so we can get to know you a little bit better. This is up to you. So you're going to hear me say this phrase maybe a lot in this class, but I believe that you are the gatekeeper of your own disclosure. That's a real fancy way to say it's up to you to share as much as you want or as little as you want. You get to decide how deep you go. So for this question here, there's pick any one of these prompts to go and go as deep as you want or not as deep as you want. So for example, if I was looking at this, I would say, was there something in the past year that you worried about? But actually, that wasn't the one I was thinking of. If you could go back in time to this time last year, what suggestions would you give yourself? So if I wanted to go deep, I could pick that one because my dad died last fall, right? And I could share that with you guys. I could be like, oh, well, if I was to go back to this time last year, I would tell myself, oh my gosh, get ready for some loss because your dad's going to die. And then I would maybe share that I've been doing okay with it. It's a big loss, but it's weird how dealing with death is like something we all have to deal with. But this is my parents are my first big ones. So it's been hard for me, but also like to finally realize how everyone deals with this. What a weird experience it's been. So that's me going deep, right? I could go on and on. Or I could go totally not deep and I could share with you something more lighthearted. It's up to you, right? We can totally do that. So something instead, let's say something, what was the one I say? What is something I've read, watched, or listened to that has been impacted me the most lately? And why? Or how did it impact me? I'd say that's probably something that's impacted me the most lately. I stumbled across a new band, maybe about a month ago called Dury, and I like them a lot. I've been listening to them a ton in the last week. Not so last week, last month. Even got concert tickets to go see them on my birthday. Yeah, they're just a brother and sister who sing really relatable music, and I really feel like I can relate to them a lot. So I've been really enjoying finding new music. Um, yeah, it doesn't have to be more deep than that, right? So it's up to you what you want to share. Share something with us. And then this is due by Wednesday, right? Most things in this class this week are due by midnight Wednesday, but there's still more to do. Before midnight Sunday, you need to come back and comment on at least two people's posts, right? So your comments can be anything. Just chat, talk, whatever. Make a comment about something they said, whatever. But make sure you just comment at least twice if you want to get all the points. That's how these discussion boards work. So let me know if you have any questions, and can't wait to see what you guys post on here. Yeah.